Hello, and today I'm sharing my thoughts and reviewing Star Wars Episode 1 Races on the Nintendo 64. Episode 1 Races is basically a racing game, as you can probably tell by the title, of course. Based on the fast-paced sport of pod racing that was featured in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and probably the best thing about the film, apart from Jar Jar, of course. Now, to just give you a little bit of time to write angry comment below. Before you get too angry, that was a joke. The only reason I wish Jar Jar was in the game was, of course, to run him over. Wait, he's in the game? Anyway. As a kid, this is the first game I got for my Nintendo 64. As I got the game bundled with the N64, I remember the black box looking awesome with just a title and a few pod races on the front. Oh, I wish I kept it. Anyway, let's get on to the game. There are 4 main modes: Tournament Mode, Free Play Mode, Time Attack Mode, and 2-Player Mode. Tournament Mode is where you have to race 7 races and try and win them all against 12 other pod racers. Free Play Mode is basically your practice mode where you can race freely as you like. The Time Trial Mode is basically, well, it's a time trial mode, you have to try and beat the time. And finally, 2-Player Mode, where you can race against one friend. At the start, you only have 6 pod racers to choose from. As you play through the tournament mode and beat the best lap score, you unlock more pod racers to play with. In total, there are 17 more pod racers to unlock. There are 3 tournaments to start with, each with 7 races. They get harder and harder as you play through the game, but you have to come 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th to get into the next race and unlock it for each mode in the game. Visually, the game looks good. The pod races themselves are very detailed, especially for a 15-year-old game. The problem I find with the music is there's no music at all while you're playing the race, until you get to the final lap, and then the music kicks in, which is a bit strange I find. The pod race is quite easy to control, but the controls do get a bit of taking used to. For example, if you want to boost, you have to push the analog stick forward until the bar on the bottom right fills right to the top and the yellow light turns on. Once that yellow light's on, you have to let go of the A and quickly press A again, and you'll boost straight ahead. It's very complicated for a boost burn. Why can't I just have a separate boost burn? I don't know. But also remember, don't boost for too long. If you boost for too long, the bar will also go to the top and your engines will burn out and die. This also leads me on to the upgrade system in the game. To help you get through the harder races, you can buy upgrades for your pod racer. You can either go to Watto's shop, yes, Watto is in the game and he is kind of annoying, or you can go to the junkyard, which is still owned by Watto, so it's still rather annoying. But you buy the upgrades and to make your pod race go faster and to win the races, so it's not all bad. You can even look around the pod, but for God's sake, do not look at Anakin Space. He has no face. It's very scary. Don't do it. I'm warning you now. Do not. Oh, there it is. It's horrible. Take it away. Has it gone yet? Can I carry on my review? Yeah, it's gone. Anyway, back onto the review. As you race, your pod will get bashed and damaged by going into walls or other pod races. You can stop your engines going boom by holding the R button. This will repair your engine slowly, but it will also slow you down. Now the tracks are from different planets from the Star Wars universe, and some of the harder ones are longer versions of the previous tracks you've played before. There's planets like Tatooine on there, obviously from Phantom Menace, which is very cool. There's also some tracks that are in space and have zero gravity sections, which is quite strange at first, but it's cool to have something different in the game, and I quite like it. There's also a 4th tournament in the game. To unlock the tracks for this, you have to complete the other 3 tournaments to unlock these tracks. This game also has a rumble back feature, so plug in that bad boy to the back of your controller and you'll be vibrating for hours. That sounds really, really wrong. I'm so sorry. Now let's move on to the 2-player mode. The 2-player mode is a fun mode where you and one of your friends can play against each other. The problem is there's just you and your friend, there's no other racers in the game. Also the draw distance does suffer, and it's hard to see where you're going, and there's also no map. Despite them problems, it's still a fun mode to play with you and one of your friends, and I recommend it if you've got this game and 2 controllers, and an N64. Yeah. Despite how much I love this game, there are a few problems. Because this game is very, very fast paced, as you can tell by the screenshots now, and corners come up so quickly, you don't have time to brake or turn, and you go straight into them and just explode. Also, there are a few levels where are very, very dark, literally just pitch black. You can't see at all where you're going, and the map doesn't help. It's just like a few green dots, and you don't have time to look at the map and look at the way you're going. And by the time you look at the map, you're straight into the wall. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But saying that, all in all, this is a very good game. If you've got N64 and you're a racing game or a Star Wars fan, I definitely recommend you pick this game up. And I don't think it goes for that much anymore. It's quite a cheap game to buy. But yeah, pick it up if you're a Star Wars fan, or a racing game fan, or an N64 fan. It's a very good game to have. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe.